Hello friend, welcome back to my channel. I am Ram and today I am going to start end-to-end machine learning project. So before starting this video, if you are new in this channel, so please like and subscribe my channel. So now let's try to understand the problem statement. The goal of this project is to predict the student academic performance based on various features such as gender, race ethnicity, parental level of education, test preparation scores. By leveraging these features, our main aim to build the machine learning model that can accurately predict the score in these three subjects. The subject is the math score, math, reading and writing. This can be useful for the educator and administrators to identify the potential area of improvement for a student and implement the target. Then what is our main approach to solve this particular problem? To address this problem, the dataset contains categorical feature which is nothing the gender, race ethnicity, parental level of education, test preparation course and lunch. And with respect to the numerical features which is the math, reading and writing score. The first step I am going to do data pre-processing, where I am going to handling the missing value and encode the categorical features like the gender, race ethnicity, parental level of education, test preparation scores and the lunch. And after that I will also scale the numerical feature which is the math, reading and writing score. The second step I am going to do the model training, where I am going to train the more than 8 and 9 models. I have mentioned the decision tree and then random forest, but I am going to take also the linear regression, support vector machines, Ridge, Lasso, AdaBoost, CatBoost. Then third is the model evaluations. Evaluate the performance using the matrix like mean, absolute, error. But in this particular case, I am going to use the 4 matrix which is the mean absolute error, mean square error, root mean squared and R square. The fourth step, model improvements. I am going to apply the hyperparameter tunings and experiment with the feature engineering to solve this problem. So the first of all, I need to import some basic library which is nothing Panda svd, import numpy snp and import cbon sns from matplotlib import pyplot splt head with respect to this. So now I need to check top 5 record, top 5 record df of head. So this is our top 5 record. So I need to also check the top 5 bottom record, top 5 bottom record which is the df of tail. Alright, and I need to check out the shape of this dataset, df of shape. And in this particular dataset, the total number of row is indicating 1000 and total number of column 8. So next I want to check the missing value in this dataset. Checking missing value, df of is null of sum. So in this particular dataset there is not indicating any null value. So the next I need to check the duplicate value in this dataset. Checking duplicate, df of duplicate of some. So there is not any duplicate value. The next is a data information, df data information, df of info with respect to. So in this particular data set, I have a total number of categorical feature which is 5 and total number of numerical feature which is 3. In this particular project, I am not going to do the EDA because the last video I did already the exploratory data analysis with the same data set. In this particular video, I am going to train the machine learning model and then we will be apply the hyperparameter tuning, then evaluate the models. So the next I need to know the static test is the simple df of describe with respect to. So now let's try to understand. What this data set is basically indicating. So we can see here the mean with respect to the math score, reading score and writing score. These are similar. See the minimum score, the math score, which is the this is our minimum score. Okay. See the minimum score which is the 66.08 and then the maximum is a 69.16 and then the 68.08 with respect to the writing score. And standard deviation is also similar each other where the minimum value is a 14.60 and then the maximum is a 15.19. There is only different with respect to the minimum value. The minimum value here is indicating with respect to math score is a 00, but the 17 is the reading score and then writing is also 10. These are all 66.08 with respect to math score. This is a mean of this math score, and then the with respect to the reading score 69.16 and then with respect to writing score is 68.05 and with respect to percentile, the math score is a 25 percentile is a 57% and then the reading score is a 59% and then writing score is a 57% and then 50% is a 66, 70, 69. These are same and then the maximum value is a 100, 100, 100. So the next step I am going to split the data into independent and dependent features. So in this particular case I am going to take the math score is dependent feature and except this math, these are all my independent feature. So let's do this one. The data into independent and dependent feature. df x is my df of drop. Let me first check this x is equal to 1. My x feature is the this one is our x feature which is the gender, race, ethnicity, parental level of education, lunch, test preparation scores, reading score and writing scores, and my dependent feature is the y which is this is. The next one, I am going to do the feature engineering, and I am going to also apply the transformations and column transformations and pipeline. So now let's do this one, feature engineering. Exclude with respect to object of count, which is basical, which is nothing, numerical. Feature and categorical features. X dot select include object, that means that become the categorical features. Check first the numerical feature, which is the math score, reading score, writing score, okay, and the categorical feature, which is the parental level education slash test preparation course. Done. I need to import some basic library from scikit-learn, from sklearn, preprocessing, import. What I need, the first is a standard scaler and one hot importer. Second is a scikit-learn simple importer from sklearn dot pipeline import. What I need to import, pipeline from sklearn compose import column transformer. My numerical pipeline is nothing computer, which is the simple input equal to median, because we have some amount of outlier in this data set, and scalar, standard scalar. Okay, now categorical feature, categorical pipeline. Step 1, with respect to computer, which is the simple computer. Come on. What is this? most frequency, and then the next is 1 hot encoder, which is the encoders. Handle unknown. I can pass it the ignore. And then finally I need to scale this also. With mean is 12. Next I am going to apply column transformation. So I can write here the preprocessor with respect to column transformer, which is the okay. My first is the numerical pipeline, and with respect to numerical pipeline, pipeline numerical feature, and then categorical pipeline, which is the cat pipeline, and categorical pipeline. This is okay. Now let's test this one. Preprocessor. Okay. So our numerical pipeline is a simple importer, standard scaler, and categorically simple importer, one hot encoder, and standard scaler. And then next I need to feed and transfer this data. So preprocessor feed respect to x. What is the error? Unusable type, data type frame. Okay, understand. Here should be instant count column. Okay, and then the next is we need to do the train test split. Train test and split the data, and then scale on model selection, import train test split, and this is the X train, X test, Y train, and Y test, which is the train test split, and the X, Y, and test size, and then test size is a 20 because my data set is a small, so I am going to give only the 20, but if you have a bigger data set, so you can give the 30. So the 20 random state is the 42, and X train save, and X test save. So I am going to create the evaluation matrix, and in order to create the evaluation matrix, basically I am going to take the 4 matrix, which is the mean square error, mean absolute error, and the root mean square, and R square. Matrix for model. So I need to import some library from scale on matrix, import mean absolute error, mean absolute error from echelon matrix input mean square error should be there. What is the mean square error, and from echelon matrix input r square, and def I can keep the evaluate matrix. I am passing here the true and predicted two I am passing the input parameter, which is the true and predicted. The first one I am going to ask the mean absolute error, which is the mean absolute error true predicted. Mean square error, which is the true and predicted. RMS np dot square. Should I put the library not? np dot square root of mean square error of true and predicted, and finally r2 square with respect to r2 square, which is the true and predicted, and return mean absolute errors, mean square errors, root mean square, and r2 square. Guys, that's all for the today. So the next video I am going to train the machine learning model, and then I will be applying the hyperparameter tunings, then I will evaluate the models, and then finally do the prediction. Thank you so much for the today. Next